Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you might sting. Every single day, you are either building your future or destroying it. There's no middle ground. You wake up, you scroll, you waste time, and while you're laughing at meaningless jokes online, someone else is stacking money, building empires, and shaping the life you wish you had. And the harsh truth: if you keep living like this, you'll stay broke. Not just financially, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Distractions are your enemy. Comfort is your poison. Discipline is the only antidote. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care how tired you are. It doesn't care how unfair life feels. The world rewards results. Cold, hard results. So ask yourself right now, are you going to focus on your mission, or are you going to keep bleeding your time away until there's nothing left? Focus is not a choice, it's survival. Without it, you are lost. Without it, you are broke. With it, you can transform your entire existence. Stay focused, or stay broke. The decision is in your hands. Discipline is the single most powerful weapon you can wield in life, because it acts as the shield that protects your mind from the endless noise of the world. Every moment you are awake, distractions fight for your attention. Your phone buzzes, notifications pop up, people call for your time, and temptations whisper to you to relax just a little more. Without discipline, you are like a boat drifting in the ocean with no sails, completely at the mercy of the waves. But when you learn to control yourself, to silence those distractions and lock your eyes onto what actually matters, you suddenly become unstoppable. Focus transforms into progress, and progress compounds into success. The difference between the people who dream and the people who achieve is not talent, not luck, not connections. It is the ruthless ability to stay disciplined in the face of distraction. When you give in to distractions, you are effectively saying that your short-term comfort is more valuable than your long-term greatness. Think about it. Every time you choose scrolling over studying, sleeping in over working, gossip over grinding, you are throwing away the very future you claim you want. This is why so many people stay stuck in mediocrity. They are talented, they have potential, but they lack the discipline to direct it. Potential without focus rots, like fruit left on the shelf too long. The sweetest opportunities turn sour when you're too distracted to seize them. Success demands a cost, and that cost is your focus. If you cannot pay that price, you cannot earn the reward. The world has never been more dangerous for the undisciplined mind. Technology is designed to steal your attention, and companies profit every time you look away from your goals. Every second you waste watching someone else live their life is a second you rob from your own. That's why discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about protecting your mental environment. You must guard your time as if it were treasure, because it is. Money lost can be earned back, but wasted time is gone forever. Discipline allows you to prioritize what matters most, to cut out the noise, to recognize that the dopamine of distraction is temporary, but the satisfaction of success is eternal. If you cannot control your focus, someone else will control it for you, and they will make money while you remain stuck. Discipline is not easy. It demands sacrifice. It requires you to get up early when your body begs for more sleep, to keep pushing when your friends are partying, to say no when everyone else is saying yes. But those who master discipline also master life. Pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. And regret is the price of giving in to distractions. Every choice you make is shaping who you become, and small acts of focus create massive results over time. The disciplined person understands that success isn't built on motivation alone. Motivation fades, but discipline is a contract with yourself that does not break. Even on the worst days, discipline forces you to show up, and showing up again and again is how winners are created. You can look at anyone successful in history, from athletes to entrepreneurs to leaders, and you'll see one common thread. They were not the smartest, they were not the luckiest, but they were the most disciplined. They trained when others rested, they worked when others wasted time, they stayed focused while the world begged them to be distracted. This is why their names are remembered and celebrated, while the distracted majority is forgotten. Focus multiplies effort. 10 hours of scattered distraction is worth less than 1 hour of laser, sharp attention. When you choose discipline, you are choosing power, because the ability to direct all your energy toward a single goal is what breaks barriers and builds empires. Understand this: success is not stolen. It is earned, and it is earned by the disciplined. You cannot buy focus, you cannot outsource it, and no one can hand it to you. It must be cultivated daily through choices that hurt in the moment but heal your future. Discipline is forged in the moments when you feel weakest, when distraction seems irresistible. Those who break through that moment discover strength they didn't know they had. That's why discipline separates winners from losers. It's the invisible line between the people who almost made it and the people who did. Every time you choose to stay focused, you are reinforcing your identity as someone destined to achieve, and identity is what dictates destiny. Discipline is also freedom. It may sound like chains at first, but in reality it unlocks everything. When you are disciplined, you are free from the trap of regret, free from the cycle of wasted time, free from the anxiety of unfulfilled potential. You are no longer a slave to distraction because you have trained your mind to obey your purpose instead of your impulses. This is why discipline feels harsh in the moment but beautiful in the long run. It gives you the life that distraction will never allow. Imagine the power of waking up every day knowing that your actions are compounding, that your focus is shaping your future, that your discipline is carving out the life you deserve. That feeling is worth every sacrifice. The truth is brutal. The undisciplined are forgotten. They had dreams, they had chances, but they threw them away for comfort and entertainment. Their names fade, their stories end in mediocrity, and their lives serve as warnings instead of examples. But the disciplined, they leave legacies. They create lives so strong, so unshakable, that others look up and say, "That's what I want to become." Discipline is the difference between wasting potential and maximizing it, between staying average and becoming unstoppable. The price of success will always be focus, and if you cannot pay it, you will never taste it. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever own, and unlike money, once it's gone, it can never be earned back. People spend their days as if they have an endless supply, but every tick of the clock is pulling you closer to the end of your story. The truth is harsh. You are dying, slowly, every second. So what are you doing with those seconds? If you are wasting them, you are wasting the only wealth that truly matters. The rich understand this, which is why they guard their schedules like a fortress. The poor, on the other hand, give their time away freely to nonsense, distractions, gossip, and laziness. That is why they stay poor. Money can be multiplied, investments can grow, opportunities can return, but time is merciless. Once you spend it, it's gone forever, and every wasted minute pushes you further into the trap of poverty. People often say they don't have time, but the reality is they are choosing to spend it poorly. They binge shows for hours, scroll endlessly through social media, play games, or sit around complaining while life slips away. Then they look at the wealthy and think, they got lucky. No, they didn't. They valued their time while you threw yours away. They used their hours as building blocks while you used yours as entertainment. That is the difference. If you treated every hour as if it were a brick for your empire, you would already be halfway to success. But when you waste time, you are digging your own grave of poverty, burying yourself under the weight of regret and unfulfilled potential. Time and money are directly connected. Every hour wasted is income lost, opportunity missed, and progress delayed. Successful people understand this equation, which is why they trade hours for skills, knowledge, and actions that multiply their value. Unsuccessful people trade hours for comfort, and that comfort eventually costs them everything. Think about the jobs that pay the least. They demand your time, but they don't respect it because you haven't respected it either. If you want freedom, if you want wealth, you must stop selling your time cheaply. Every wasted second is a choice to stay broke because you're not investing in yourself. Poverty is not always a lack of resources. Often it is a lack of respect for time. The moment you see your time as sacred, your life begins to transform. The The reason so many stay poor is because they see time as something to kill instead of something to use. They live as if tomorrow is promised, as if they can waste today and somehow make it up later. But later never comes. Days turn into weeks, weeks into years, and suddenly you are old, broke, and filled with regret. Poverty is the price you pay for procrastination. Riches, success, freedom, they all belong to the disciplined person who treats every hour as gold. There is no such thing as free time. There is only time invested or time wasted. If you are not putting your hours into actions that push you closer to your goals, then you are trading your future for nothing. That is the fastest road to lifelong poverty. You must start viewing time as a weapon, one that can be sharpened to cut through every obstacle. When you wake up with focus, when you plan your hours, when you attack your day with intention, your results skyrocket. On the other hand, when you wake up without purpose, letting the world dictate where your time goes, you become a slave to circumstance. The rich buy time through discipline and delegation. The poor sell time through distraction and laziness. It is not about working harder than everyone else, but about refusing to waste the most valuable resource you have. If you lose money, you can hustle to get it back. If you lose time, it is gone forever. That reality should light a fire in your soul. The illusion of time keeps people trapped. They think they are young, so they can waste a few years. They think they have plenty of time to change later. But those years of waste pile up quickly, and by the time they wake up, the window of opportunity has already closed. Successful people do not wait for the perfect time. They know the perfect time doesn't exist. They start now, they move now, they build now because they understand the clock is always against them. Poverty punishes the procrastinator, while success rewards the one who acts today. The longer you waste, the harder it becomes to escape. The chains of poverty tighten with every idle hour you let slip through your fingers, until one day you realize you've built a prison out of your own wasted time. The difference between wealth and poverty comes down to how you treat the hours of your life. If you spend them chasing distractions, complaining, waiting for opportunities, or surrendering to comfort, then you are on the road to lifelong struggle. But if you invest your time with discipline, urgency, and intention, you will create wealth beyond measure. Money flows to the people who respect time because time compounds into mastery, mastery creates value, and value attracts riches. The poorest mindset in the world is to believe that your time doesn't matter. The richest mindset is to see every second as an asset, one you can invest or waste. The choice is yours, but the consequences are permanent. You've heard the truth today. Life is not a game. Every second is a decision. Every choice is a step toward either power or poverty. If you stay disciplined, you build strength. If you stay distracted, you rot. If you value time, you rise. If you waste time, you fall. It's that simple. The people who win in life are not superhuman. They are simply focused. They are ruthless about protecting their hours. They understand that every distraction is a thief, every wasted moment is a debt, and every excuse is a chain that keeps them broke. You need to decide what kind of life you want to live. Do you want to stay average, stuck, watching others achieve what you always dreamed of? Or do you want to rise, to take control, to build a future that cannot be shaken? The power is already in your hands. The discipline is inside you, the clock is ticking, and the road is clear. Stay focused, guard your time, and success will be yours. Ignore it, and poverty will be your prison. So stand tall. Refuse to waste another second. Build the life you were meant to live. Stay focused, or stay broke. The choice is yours. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me your time. Now go and make it count. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and never forget your mission. God bless you, and may your future be as powerful as your focus.